Hi guys, Showmofo here, back with some more awesome Robocraft action. Right now what I'm going to be doing is building some 15mm RR bots for the Four Fine Fellows. Now, I'm not sure when I'll get a chance to upload these videos, so there is a good chance you may well have already seen some of these bots in action. But the first thing I'm going to be doing, and also I'm going to try and build a few of them if I can, and I'm not sure how long it will take me, so these videos may be split up, they may be edited into parts, I'm not sure, but let's dive in. And one of the first things I want to be doing is, seeing as the Red Baron is a 13mm RR bot, I think I'm going to build myself a new one of these and just upgrade some of the weapons and the armor on it. So I'm just going to find myself an empty bay to get started. Okay, well this is not an empty bay, but unfortunately I've had some issues with the Tau Hammerhead whip. After recent changes, it nosedives terribly and makes it quite hard to control in the battleground. So I'm going to delete this guy, so I've got a nice empty bay. Okay, so now we've got a nice empty bay, and it's called New Red Baron Whip, as I'll give the craft a name after the fact. I'm just going to go with old habits and throw down an idiot stick. Yes, I do know you can use the period and the comma key to move stuff up and down, but I like to kind of do it this way. So I think that's probably high enough, so let's get rid of this. And for now I think I'm probably going to be starting the build in black. So let's just swap this out. There we go, and I'll throw a few of these down, and then I'm going to have to go back and check on my Red Baron to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've just had a quick look at the Red Baron, and counting along here, this is about 21 long, and the pilot seat is on 11 and 12. So let's just swap back to the other bay. Okay, so now we have a central column that's 21 long with our pilot seat on the 11th and 12th from the front. Now let's go and take a quick look at the Red Baron again to see what I need to do next. Okay, so if we're going from the front, we've got to build this out. And let's see, we've got in front of the pilot seat, we've got a block and then another block, and then we've got 3 jets, and we build the nose up. I think that will be a good start, so let's get that done. Okay, so just to save a little bit of time, I've thrown down the T2 jet here and the other black cubes I'm going to need, as well as some TX cubes down here, as this is going to make up the difference in the CPU. So this is going to be hidden, so I think it's quite safe to pop those on there, and then we have a gap of 2. And then we have 3 jets, so I think it'd be good to have those placed on there. And I might even, should I have that there? And a little extra jet, just because it'll be nice for his escape poddiness. I think that would be good. So, the 2 forwards, and then these on here. And let's see, I wonder if we could make the whole of this, I think at least until the one we're going to have the weapon on. I'm not sure how many along that is, but I think possibly to about there. I'm not sure. And of course this is now probably going to be one of those. Let's get you on there. Let's get you on here. That's that done. And I'm not sure, I might do this in C6 after I've fleshed it out a bit. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I think as well that can go like that. That can go like that. And that can go like that. I think that would be quite nice. No, just fill that in, and come all along here and do this. Now, at some point under here, there's an extra part. I'm not sure how long or how far apart that goes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these out here like that, and then pop a set out that way. Now some of these will be tied in a bit more because I've got to figure in the wings and such. Let's just get those in like that. For the time being, let's just pop that there so I can do that, and pop that there again so I can do that. Then let's just pop these back how they were. Okay, so that's pretty solid. Let's go and see how far back the weapon is. Okay, so we can see that the first weapon here on the main column is 4 deep. So let's get that sorted, and I wonder what that is. I'll probably end up using T10s on this if I can get away with it. Okay, and looking at this, I've had some kind of connection issue. Oh gosh, right, that's brilliant. So I'm gonna have to do all of this again. Wow, let me just get it back to where it was. Okay, so I've pretty much caught up to where we were. I've laid out the cubes again, so I've got quick selection. I've brought in the weapon that's off the front, and I've built it back up to where we were. So if I have a look at this, what have we got on there? Is there anything in there? No, that's hollow. That's hollow, so I think actually we can afford to have just an extra one of those on the nose there. And on the fourth one in, so 1, 2, 3, 4, that's this one. Let's have a TX cube. And that's where our weapon will go. So let's just pop you back there. Let's have one of these here like this, and then I'm going to pop one there like that, and one there like that, and then we'll get our weapon on. Okie doke. And do I make this in C6? It might look nice in C6. Gosh, do I? It'll be an expensive build if I do. I might just come in and rework this in C6. I think, as I think that would look quite nice, especially if most of the TX stuff is going to be hidden away. So let's see. I'll go and quickly swap all of this out for C6, I think. Okay, so I've fleshed that out all in C6, and I've also dropped the C6 orange cubes here. And so I think I might as well do a little bit of detailing while I'm on here. So I just want to compare it to the red Baron. Okay, so you can see on the red Baron we've got the nose is in red, and going along the underneath is also in red, and this comes all the way up to here. But that's because there's a difference in the cubes, in the tier. More than anything, I feel. So the ones along the side are black and those are orange. I'm not sure if I'll do that, but one thing that's important to note is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along. Yeah, let's just check. That's 5 along. Yes, it is 5 along. We then have 2 coming out, and it's off the first one with the jet. So let's wire that in, because they'll probably want to be connected to TX. Okay, so let's select some TX cubes here, and get rid of these 2. Oh, I need symmetry on. Let's do it on the other side. Okay, and that's where we're going to have our first set of the wingspan things that come out that protect the wings, I believe. Maybe I'll leave the detailing for now, and we'll just get this filled in, I think. Okay, so let's have a quick look at this. If we go from the back one, this comes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and then the other one's one shorter, and then we have a bit in between. Okay, so let me just count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Okay, so I've blocked in this first part. We've got 11 across here, and then the little prisms on the end, and then 10 across here. I'm just going to check to see what's on the next part. Okay, so just looking at this, we can see there's 2 in, and then we have our prism, and then that comes flush with this one, and actually that's 1 in. That was a little bit of a mistake I made there. Let's go and fix that. Okay, so we've got those in place. I've corrected this. I've detailed that in orange. I've also detailed these in orange, and just so you know, just for a little bit of triforcing, these aren't solid blocks. What I've done is I've used the prism again, and I've connected them to the back end to look flush, so there's a little bit more triforcing on there at the front end. And I must say that looks quite spiffing. I haven't bothered putting that in orange, should I? I think it looks quite nice like that. Let's just see how it looks with the orange. Oops, didn't rotate that the right way around. I kind of preferred it with the black. I don't know why. There we go. I think that looks jolly nice. And I believe as well we've got to start throwing some of the jets in here now, so I'm just going to take a quick look. Okay, so let's see, if we come to in, we've got this little device here that allows us to place some jets, and those will be T2 or T1s. I think I'll be using T2s for this anyway, and then I'll work out what those are and I'll sample them from the craft. So let's get that in place. Okay, so we've got these in place, and I'm not sure what these are, so I'm just going to work it out by having a look at my jets. They're not going to be Mark 2s, they're too small. It's either going to be Mark 3s or Mark 4s. I suspect they're Mark 3s. I've got 19 of them at the moment. If I just take away these... No. Are these Mark 4s then? It says I've got 3 of those. Yep, they're Mark 4s. Okay, so I've got those in place. As you can see, I've used the orange on there. And it's all looking jolly splendid. So, what am I going to do next? Okay, well, we've got the weapons to place, the lights, and this little bit on here. And this jet to get in, which is probably a T10. So, I'm going to select that. And this is directly under there. Okay. Right, so let's get this in place just there. That's lovely. I believe we've got a couple of lights on here and then the bit for the weapon, so I'll just build that. Okay, so I've got this built, just a headlight either side and then a little extra trim there, and then I believe we have this here. And that's a couple of T10s. This may be replaced with a T10 at some point, but I'm not sure. I can see we're already on 9 million. So, gosh, and we've still got quite a bit to go. So I hope I don't have to reduce this TX in here too much to get it up to date. But I think it's looking rather splendid so far. Okay, let's go and see what we can be doing next. Okay, well, I think probably what we should work on is the kind of the cockpit and these wings. So, obviously, I'm probably going to try and get away with T10s on both of these, if we can. Of course, the RR will determine it in the end. Maybe I'll just go with 9s. What have we got on here? We've got an 8. I believe that's an 8. Can I just get to see it? Yes, it's an 8 and a 7 that we've got on this. This has another thing here, and then the inners. So let's try and get working on that. I think, seeing as these are connection points, I'm going to fill this with solids to here. We'll get you on there, like that, unless I have anything important that connects to it. I think we may come down here. And... oh, that's really quite nice. Yeah, I think that's quite lovely. Which would mean this would be in orange, possibly. So, let's go and select one of these. Let's get you there. And I think I'll go for a solid cube. On there. And then we can have just a prism on that one. That looks quite nice. And I think we'll just use... I think we can do this in that. Now, are we going to have... I think for the time being, I'll use these if I can get away with it. I'm not sure if I will be able to get away with those. I may have to take them out. Already at 10 million here. But certainly it would be nice to have TX instead of glass on there, just as a little bit of extra protection. Okay, and then I think we have our first wing. I just need to go and check the placement on that. I'll be editing that out, but I'll check the placement and get the wings in place. Okay, so we have the smaller wing on here, and what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to put a T9 in there. And then hopefully we can get a T10. Oh, was that... did I use... I haven't got any. I need to buy some. Okay, let's just buy a couple of... where are they? Where are they? There we go. Let's just buy a couple of these. Okay, and then we need to select our T10s. And then these should fit in just there. That's lovely. That's lovely, although I think actually I'll put all of these in black. So where's my black ones? Let's get rid of you. Let's pop you there. Let's have you there. And actually it'd be quite nice if that was TX, wouldn't it? Okay. And then pop you there. These go along 3. As I say, I might not be able to get away with having a TX windscreen on this, but it would be quite nice if it could. Already up to 12 million, guys. Will we get this done under budget? We're aiming for 15 mil, of course. Now, I'm aware as well that underneath here, this is at some point doubled up. So I'm going to try and have a look at that now and work it out. Okay, so if we have a look at this, where we've got the windshield, the last windshield, this comes out and this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and that should be tied into TX. So let's see if we can do that, and then we'll be able to build. That comes out 2 more. Okay, so let's pick a TX cube. And where's that coming from? That'll be underneath here. So if I make, oops, I've destroyed that. Make that TX and make that TX. Okay, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I think the other one is 2 longer. Okay. I think that's correct. And that would then have that there like that, and that there like that. Okay, I'm just going to go and compare these and make sure I've done that right. Okay, well, it looks like I've done something a little bit wrong here, as that one is out there, and this one is flush with where the wing goes to. Now I'm not sure if that's the size of the wing or not. Let me just count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's on 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that one's on 10. That's very odd. I'm not sure what that is. Is that the wing space that's taking up the difference? Right, well, I'm really not sure what I've done there that's messed that up. So I'm going to try and fill in this back part of the design, and then see if I can figure this out. I may have to pull it out and redo that. But let's get into the other bay and see what we can do. So I've got this inner, and then this thing on the back. I quite like how that looks. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take one of these, and I'm going to pop that onto there. I'm going to take a TX and drop that in there, and then we can close that off with that, thusly so. We can take these guys out. Now, oh, I need to check again to see what it looks like. I believe this is an inner. Okay, so I'm just, for the time being, going to pop that on there so that I can build this. And then have that connected like that. And we haven't used any of those so far, so I need to grab, oh, the wrong ones. Grab this. There we go. And then we need our inner. Which will be like that. And then I think it goes like that. And that is jolly nice looking. Okay, and we're going to need something under here. Now if I can, again, I'd like to put a bit of that in there. And is that cube taken up? Is that taken up with that jet? No, it's not. Let's have another little jet in there, just a cheeky one. And oops. Cover that up like so. And now I need to go and compare the design again. Okay, so we can see here this comes out with 2 prisms, and then that should connect to there, and that should put us in the right place for where this belongs. Okay, so I'm going to throw down a prism here, and for this one I think I'm going to do this like this. I'm just going to do a little bit of triforcing on that, and there we go. So yes, that is in the right place. These wings are larger, or maybe it's the difference in how close you can get stuff to it, but it is in the right place, but it looks wrong, which is a little bit odd. And then I believe this is just double thickness. I'll just fill that out there. Okay, so that's looking almost done. We've got to get some weapons on the underneath. We've got to get some jets on it. And we're at 14 million already. So, oh gosh, will we get this done? In the 15 million. I do hope so. I do hope so. Let's see what I need to do next. Okay, so back in on the Red Baron. And this one is 1 over. And then we've got another jet on here on the front. I'm going to use the same size, and I'll upgrade later if I can with the available RR. Okay, so let's get this into place. None of those cubes left. I don't know what this is. Okay, I imagine it's a 9. No, I've got 2 9s left. So I'm going to use a 9. Okay, and looking at that, I'd say these are 9s as well. So if I get rid of those and have a look in here. No, they 10s? Let's click on 10s. Where were these? They were just under here. they're 10s. Okay. I'll pop a 10 there then. I think that wants to be a little bit, sat a little bit further back. I'm not sure. I'll check it. Check it in a bit to see where that needs to go. And let's get our T10, and I believe that was one under and at the back there. And gosh, the guns just don't look as big on this design now. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick look at the rest of the jets. Okay, so let's take a quick look and see what we need to do. Now, this starts here, so this is in fact, this comes into and connects, and then we have this part here. Let me just select something a little bit smaller so I don't lose. So we have this, and then that's one. Let's go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 finishes it off. Okay, let's try and get that done. Okay, so I've put this in, and what I've done is I've moved this to here. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same as on the other design, but I've set this T10 jet back on the third block. Let me just remove that and see what's under there. Okay, I might just, if we can, TX that, pop you in there, and we're on 19 million. We're on 19 million, and I hadn't even noticed at all. Oh gosh, we're not going to be able to do that. I've put this in here, like so, and I may hide some stuff. I may trifuss this, but right now we're going to have to sort out our TX. We cannot have this much TX, I'm afraid. I'd quite like to have you there like this. Oh gosh, so let's for a start get rid of this. Okay, that's not going to do it. Is it the T10 jet? T10 jet is a lot. Okay, so maybe these aren't T10s. That's still on 18 million. Still on 18 million. Gosh, I just don't think we can have that much TX. There you go, 17 million. 17 million. Let's get rid of this. 17 million. Oh gosh. Let's get rid of that. Is that under anything? Can we see inside there? It's now empty. Let's just solid fill that. Oh no! And this is why I hate building with TX. I really, really do, because if you're building to any kind of limitation, it's really not that helpful. It's really not at all. I might just have this as solid, actually. Okay, let's lose you as well. Gosh. Yeah. Let's come in here. Can we? Oh. I'm gonna have to remove all of this. 17 million. 16 million, so that's dropped as a fair wedge. Let's just make all of this solid. Is there anything else around in here? No. Okay. So, I believe that goes up. Oh yeah, we need a block in here. And a block in there. We're going to have to get rid of all the TX. That is not very nice. Not enjoying that at all. And I've run out of cubes. Okay, so I'm going to fix this up and see what I have to do to rejig the weapons on this. Okay, well I've just bought a load more of CX cubes, and that's rinsed through about 5 million of the RP. I think an answer is to get rid of these. If we get rid of those wings, and go with lower wings, that hopefully will reduce us. There we go, we're on 15 million now. Maybe also reducing the jets and the weapons on it. Who knows? But it seems odd that the other one is built in black and this is pretty much the same. Let's get rid of the TX for now. If there is any leeway in the back. There we go. Just getting rid of that TX has put us on 14 million. So, let's see. Wings. What have we got? Let's try 8s and 7s again. Let's just buy a couple of 8s. Okay, and let's start with the 8s in place. There we go. And then the 7s, and we can't place them because there's no block there. Let's just pop them there for a second. Get those on there. There we go. So we're in on the 15 mil, but we haven't got our jets, so we're going to need to replace the jets on there as well. Okay guys, well, it's already run past half an hour, so I'm going to leave it here and we'll pick this up in part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.